Earth Day is an annual event every April 22nd, and it demonstrates support for environmental protection. We are at the Caroni Swamp, one of the natural defenses of our country. It cleanses polluted water and even reduces the effect of flooding. Let's hear more about this from Lester Nanan of Nanan Tours at the Caroni Swamp. Mr. Nanan says that the Caroni Swamp is doing much to save the earth.
Oh yes, Caroni Swamp made a mark way long before independence, when my grandfather petitioned the government to save the Caroni Bird Sanctuary and save the wetland area, and that became a protected area in 1948. So this has been a protected area since then. And yes, Caroni Swamp is very important in saving the earth because of the rich biodiversity, but mangrove ecosystems play a very important role where it stores more carbon dioxide than terrestrial forests. So it's very important for that and fresh air.
He explains that just like trees, swamps capture the carbon dioxide which warms the planet and causes climate change. He says we should be very pleased and proud that the mangroves in our Caroni Swamp are recognized worldwide.
We have 40 square miles of mangrove ecosystem, considered to be one of the best in the Western Hemisphere.
But the swamp can be subject to very negative influences.
Threats would be pollution, pesticides, agriculture runoff. We have a major threat right now, plastics. It's causing a major problem. Even now with the turtles in Grand River, you don't want turtles eating plastic bags because they die. In Caroni Swamp, the same thing will apply with little plastics that the birds pick up. They will die after a while if they consume that.
Other perilous elements also threaten the life-saving effects of the swamp, such as raw sewage coming from Caroni. This effluent, he says, really harms the fish and the rest of the environment.
Yes, it do have kill when that happens, and the place stinks. It smells awful, you know. So that is something that they need to pick up on because it comes in not in the Caroni Swamp directly, but in the Caroni River and in some of the tributaries that leads to the swamp.
The swamp is home to 20 endangered species and 100 species of birds, including our national treasure.
It supports an ecosystem that will harbor. We have the Scarlet Ibis, our national bird. We have been seeing flamingos since 2015, and I will tell you the first day we saw them was the day my father died, 22nd of April. So here we have the Caroni Swamp. The flamingos came over and thought that this area was perfect for them, and they stayed here. And the good thing about that now is we're seeing young ones.
Other species sheltered by the swamp are crabs and over 40 different species of fish, using the mangrove roots as nurseries. For man, the advantages of the swamp start with cleaner waters and some economic benefits.
So we have fish vendors harvest the fish, crab vendors, oyster vendors, honey. If you believe, if you ever get honey from a mangrove plant, you'll notice it's a sweet and salt taste. It's really nice. And well, of course, we have the tours, and our tours we support a lot of families who are tour guides.
World Earth Day also celebrates those who do much for its preservation. And a great pioneer of conservation for the Caroni Swamp was Winston Nanan, who followed in the footsteps of his father.
He sat on every board. He educated himself first, and he sat on every board that will help with the protection of wetlands or the flora and fauna of Trinidad and Tobago. And while doing that, the research and the data he collected, he became a seasoned ornithologist, and he was recognized by entities all over the world, like National Geographic, who recognized him first, Smithsonian, and many other authorities of all over the world. In Trinidad, he was given the Hummingbird Medal and they recognized him for his 65 years of conservation work in Trinidad and Tobago, and he was honored. When he died, they renamed the swamp after him.
Mr. Nanan says he and his family will never let his father's legacy die. The main obstacle, he says, is manpower to guard the swamp.
We need more patrols random at night, and if we could get the forestry to amalgamate themselves with the Coast Guard and do much more night patrols would be good.
World Earth Day, bringing us closer to nature, to friends and even strangers, and helping us become more responsible, cleaner and really ready to save the world. You're watching We Focus on TT.